Greetings and salutations, me family them, me diaspora family them. Hope you've all had a brilliant weekend and are looking forward to a great week ahead. And I wish you all an excellent and blessed week ahead. My name is Abdul Wahab Sise, the Mozis, DJ Little, and the many other hats that I wear in the UK and Ireland community. So just a quick update, a quick news flash update, just to let you know that as of now, within the UK and Ireland, the government has given the police the powers, especially the police in England, the powers to be able to find organizers of illegal gatherings of more than 30 people, such as raves, up to £10,000 sterling, right? From this Friday coming up, which will be, I believe, the 28th. So I hope for those of us who are within the ladida and the entertainment industry that put on all these large gatherings will follow and adhere to the strict guidelines, and don't risk it. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. Trust me. There's no point in you having your name being blacklisted for something that, if you're patient enough, we're all going to be able to meet again and gather up again. And also, education is still trending, right? And in the UK and Ireland, the news is still there. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has actually ended up his holiday and he's back. He's packed up his camp and from Scotland, and he's returned with his family basically, and he's now taking charge. And the message this week from the government, from Professor Chris Whitty, and is to say people, parents, teachers, all organizations, unions must work very hard to ensure that children returns back to school in September. And as a father, I totally agree. And I'm urging parents out there, yourself, myself, carers, let's encourage our kids to go back to school. Trust me, it's worth it. It's better for their mental health and well-being, and also it's better for their greater development in future life, educational development in future life. Let them go back to school. Trust me. Okay? It's better than sitting at home. All the measures will be put in place. But my video log this week is going to be on the congestion charge. As you all know, the congestion charge is what I wanted to talk about. That's what I posted out there to remind you all, because again, I like to share my personal experience. So this week, just to be brief, I want to talk about the congestion charge, the impact on my life, my family life, and others. So by sharing my story, you may be able to resonate to a couple of things which I'm going to point out. So what can you do? All you can do is at the end of this video, watch it, be nice, please, and press subscribe and share, please. And that's Diaspora Voices SL on YouTube. That's Diaspora Voices SL on YouTube, please. Thank you very much. So the congestion charge came into place. The new changes to the congestion charge came into place just after the coronavirus rules are being relaxed, which means we started to be encouraged to return to work. And we thought, great news. And we're no longer going to be traveling on the bus, and that we might be able to use our vehicles. No, bad idea. So now the mayor's office and obviously Transport for London, which is TfL, decided to throw a big spanner in the works in many of us in our lives. So from the 22nd of June this year, the congestion charge was increased to £15. Okay, that's coming from what, £11.50 to £15, and not only that, they increased the time rate from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Again, an additional of 4 hours. So initially it was 6 p.m. They extended it to 10 p.m. So from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. Wow. Thank you very much, Sadiq Khan. Thank you very much, Sadiq Khan. I can understand why. But I don't want to dwell into that so much as to their reason why they've done it. Because frankly, I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. What I want to share with you guys how significant this has impacted on my life. Probably positively, probably negatively as well. But we shall, in the next few days, look at the various different ways. Today is just a brief summary I just want to talk about. So the congestion charge, as I said, came into place on the 22nd of June, £15 for 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. What can I say that people couldn't understand? I work within the National Health Service, and I've been there for almost 2 decades, 19 years to be precise. I am very, very active within my community, and also I'm a DJ and stroke entertainer as well. So I do from time to time move equipment in and about the congestion. I do not work within the congestion. I work outside of the congestion, but I live in the congestion zone, in the bottleneck of the congestion, i.e. that means where the congestion starts, just at the bottleneck, inside the bottleneck of the congestion. I just live there. So in my household, we've got 2 vehicles. So only one vehicle is entitled to the 90% discount, which would mean that one car will be able to pay £1.50 per week, okay, for driving in and out of the congestion daily. The next vehicle will still have to pay the full £15 if they were to come out of the congestion zone within the congestion time. So that means the decision is easy. My car has to stay in because the other vehicle is used for work, so to speak. Now, even with the other vehicle being used for work, it means paying £15, £1.50 daily is still a penalty charge for a vehicle that does not work within the zone. So, i.e., why should that vehicle be penalized for actually coming out of the zone, let's say at 7:10 or at 7:30 in the morning, and having to return after work at 6 p.m. in the evening, which was suitable for us at the time. This was very conducive. But now at 10 p.m., if that vehicle is to return, they will still have to pay £1.50. Let's say the vehicle is moved out before 7 a.m. in the morning. Wake up in the morning at about 6:15, move the vehicle, let the vehicle stay out of the congestion zone so we don't get the penalty charge. But you have to move back in after work, say for 6 p.m. That vehicle still has to pay the £1.50 congestion charge. So just for returning from work to home, the vehicle will be penalized at £1.50. How unreasonable, how unfair that is. That's the vehicle that qualifies for the 90% discount, which is £1.50 daily charge for driving in and out. Now you do the maths, and this it's equivalent to at least £6 in a week. Why? Now let's take the vehicle that's not qualified for the 90% discount, which would be my vehicle. If I was to move my vehicle at any time from 7:01, I'll have to pay £15. If I was to return at any time before 9:59 p.m., before 10 o'clock p.m., I will still have to pay £15. If I have to travel in an emergency, I will still have to pay £15. Let's say I move my vehicle at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to return at 1 o'clock the following day in the morning, 1 a.m. the following day in the morning. Just the thought of moving that vehicle, just because of moving that vehicle for that at 11 o'clock in the morning, I will still have to pay £15 because I am living at the bottleneck, inside the bottleneck of the congestion zone. So I am being penalized. It's having a significant impact on the way I do things, the way I live my life at the minute. Why am I sharing this story with you? I'm sharing this story with you because, as I said to you, it's having a significant impact on my life. Now, what have I decided to do? I decided to take certain measures in place. At first, after June the 22nd, with everything coming into place, okay, I said, I will return to traveling by bus. But I thought, why should I pay my money on the bus to transport for London? For somebody that's penalizing me, for somebody that's punishing me. This person said, I'm encouraging you to be reasonable, not to drive, be conscious and exercise. But the roads are still busy. So why should I pay my money on the bus, traveling on the bus to and from work? I estimated it and say, if I was to commute on foot to work, it would take me under 40 minutes to get to work. As you all know, I'm massively into exercise and fitness. I said, why not just walk? If I can run 5 miles, I can run 10 miles. I can run a half marathon with the Countdown community exercise, which I do 2 to 3 times a week. Why not just walk for 40 minutes, which is just under 2.5 miles, just under 3 miles from home to work. So one of the ways I'm fighting back is by not jumping on the bus. I've decided not to get on the bus unless it's absolutely necessary. I'm not saying I'm not going to get on the bus entirely, but I'm saying to the Mayor Sadiq Khan and Transport for London, I am not giving you my money for now. Maybe in the winter, I'll have to rethink. Maybe I'll just buy a bicycle and commute to work. Maybe I'll just get one of these electronic scooters and then just commute to work. But I refuse to absolutely pay on the bus if Sadiq Khan has decided to penalize me just for living inside the bottleneck of the congestion zone. So now I work to work, okay? And I feel better, I feel greater, in addition to my weekly exercise and my run and on the Countdown community exercise, I feel a lot better, I'm in better shape. So, Sadiq, can I have to say something to you? Indirectly, you've assisted me, you've helped. But let's move on to other things that I want to talk about. Maybe we'll delve into that a bit more. We're going to look at the health impact on other members of, on the wider society, for those people that live in London. We're going to look at the social impact for now people who live in the congestion zones are not being visited by their friends and families because of the cost. We're going to have a look at the economical impact. Businesses are crumbling and are suffering because nobody wants to drive within the to the congestion zone to come and buy, let's say, for example, your average Lebanese grill, which will cost about £12, and then you're going to spend £15 in addition just to come and buy a £12.50 Lebanese grill. Nobody wants to actually come in and do business locally. And then you're talking about promoting local business. You are killing local businesses. The health impact, people don't want to come and visit their loved ones. They say if there is an emergency, you've got your older parents who are, let's say, the age of pensionable age, so to speak, and then they're feeling very unwell, and you don't have the £15 at the minute, and you need to drive to them to visit them in an emergency. It's very, very difficult. It's very difficult because people cannot afford it. I am trying to understand the rationale of why Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, and Transport for London has made this decision. I've read several articles. I'm looking at one now on screen, and I still cannot get it in my head as to why was this decision made. Is this to ensure that there is a larger vehicles, large numbers of vehicles do not commute in London? What has 10 p.m. at night got to do with congestion? Walk into London after 6 p.m., after 5 p.m. there are no congestion, there are no traffic. Let's talk about the impact on transport itself. Cab services, the Uber services, and many other services. How it's affecting those local businesses and people who want to commute. These costs, it's been passed on to the consumer, to us as customers, because of the irrational, the irresponsible thinking process that Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, and Transport for London has taken to penalize the Greater London community, especially for those of us who live within the bottleneck of the congestion charge. So that's just a synopsis. We will be looking at an in-depth, like I said, on the impact on our lives, focusing on my story, and especially in terms of health, economic, social, and possible religion as well. Places of worship. There's a lot of people that come out of, they live outside of the congestion zone, and we have large mosques within the congestion zone that people want to drive into to go and pray and worship. There are churches, people who goes to the church to worship, and their churches are located within the congestion zone. These people are being penalized. So we will look at a much more in-depth, and I hope you can stay with me and bear with me. So this is just a synopsis. My name is Abdul Wahab Sise, the Mozis, and DJ Little, and the many other hats that I wear in the UK and I community. I hope you will go onto the YouTube channel, subscribe to our channel, please, and share to your friends. Let's talk about not the congestion charge, but something I call the con charge by the Mayor of London and Transport for London. So this is the con charge, not the congestion charge. Stay blessed, and I will return tomorrow. Peace.